is my vlog where I talk about all the things I love about sewing. Welcome to anybody that's new, that's subscribed, thanks so much. And if this is your first time, I do hope you enjoy this video and you can press the subscribe button and like it at the end, that would be great. So today I have a couple of things to show you. I have to admit, my Sojo has been a bit missing in action lately. I don't really know what's going on. I guess we all go through periods where we're really dead keen on something and we're spending all our time thinking about it, and other times when life just gets in the way and work's been busy, and yeah, I've just been finding I've had a bit of a lack of motivation. But I did say in my last vlog that this month, well last month because we're in June now, May was going to be a bit tricky because there was quite a lot on my plate in terms of work and with the kids and half term and stuff. So I do have a couple of things to show you today. Pleased with both of them. Well, there's three things. One's not strictly sewing related, but I hope you'll be interested in seeing it. So the first thing I need to say is, if you haven't already watched the tutorial I put up, I will put a card in, to make this lovely little purse, then do hop over and watch that. And if you would like to be in with a chance of winning this purse, all you have to do is tell me why you love sewing in the comments section below that video, and I am happy to send this wherever in the world. I'm just going to draw at random and yeah, send this out. And like I said in the last video, I will personalise it if you would like your initials or a motto or a saying or anything on the front there with my Cricut machine. So yeah, do hop back and have a look at that tutorial if you want to have a go at making a little sweet makeup bag or purse or whatever you choose to put in there. So the first thing I want to show you is not strictly speaking a May make, although I did cut it out in May. I still got another project cut out that was cut out in May that I'm going to put into my June makes, but these I actually made yesterday, so it's a bit of a cheat, but I just couldn't wait to show you them. I just love them so much. These are trousers. So they come from this book. I've talked about this book before. This is by Wendy Ward, and an honest review of this book. I like some of the patterns. I don't like all of the patterns. She's got an unusual sort of sizing method, and I think it's kind of overly complicated. So if you are a brand new seamstress, you might find it a bit tricky to get your head around the sizing. I think Wendy was coming from a place of wanting to be inclusive and not, you know, go with dress, you know, ready to wear sizes and go more with body measurements. But actually what's ended up happening is it's just mind boggling and you're scratching your head a bit. Well, I am anyway. So yeah, the sizes aren't named. They are in the back of the book here. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of complicated, but if you can get past that, the patterns are extremely well drafted and they fit beautifully. I have made the Derwent trousers, which I'm about to show you, 3 times now, and they are my favourite trousers, I think. So they come in 3 different lengths in the book. They are a jersey stretch. All the items in this is knitted fabric, so they are ponte trousers and they are super flattering, really comfortable, and I just love them. So 3 pairs is probably not enough. I think I need more. The ones I've made today are culottes, so the short version in here I don't think I would ever wear. That's not really my style. But what I did do is lengthen them, and I did make a previous video including a pair of khaki scuba ones of these trousers, which you can hop back and have a look at. But these I've made in navy blue, so I'll just stand up so you can see. So it's a bit hard to see because they're such a dark colour, but I will put a twirl in. They are wide legged. Yeah, you can't see. I'll put a twirl in. So you can see from the twirl, they are super comfortable, really wide legged. I've made them come down to probably about 4 or 5 inches below my knee. So they're sort of mid calf length, which is sort of a typical culotte style trouser. And I love wearing them with trainers. I like wearing them with little flat shoes. In the winter, they can be worn with knee-high boots underneath them. And they're just sort of really sort of stylish, I think, and comfy, so win-win. Yeah, so that's my Derwents. The next thing I've made is the Burda style pattern that I talked about, so 6664. I have made this dress once before and I called it my ice cream dress because I went and made pretty much an identical dress to the pattern picture here. And you can see from the line drawings, it's a really easy dress to make. In fact, they call it super easy on the pattern envelope, and it is. So you literally have 2 front pieces and a back piece and some ties. The sleeves are grown on. It's a wrap style dress, and I've got it here so I can show you some of the details. So I did change a little bit about the way I constructed this dress. So let me just grab it. So I've made mine out of a gingham fabric which I got from Fabricland, and it's a really nice soft, just plain ordinary inexpensive gingham, but with the bigger check. So these are 1-inch squares, and you can see here that the sleeves are just grown on. And the one change that I made to the pattern is, and it wasn't really a change to the pattern, because I didn't have any bias binding, but the instructions tell you to bias bind the neckline, and I didn't have it enough because you need quite a long length of bias binding to do the entire opening of this dress. So I went ahead and just turned under a really narrow hem, if you can see there. And yeah, so that was easy enough to do. I just overlocked it all the way around first and then just folded in, I don't know how much that is, probably 1/2 centimetre or so, and then just stitched it down all the way round. So I think that looks pretty neat. The other change that I made to this pattern is the ties. They ask you to cut one piece of the tie and then just fold over a hem all the way round. But then I was thinking, actually, when you're tying the dress up, you're going to see the hem and it would look a bit messy, and I didn't like that idea. So what I've done is just cut 2, sewn them together and then turn them through so that there is no hem visible, so that they're just turned through. And I think actually that gives a much neater finish. The only downside to that is it makes the ties actually quite thick, and they're extremely long, so they're supposed to go right round you and back and tie in the front. So this fabric is not heavy fabric, it's really light cotton, so it's not an issue, and I think it'll be fine in the summer. But that's just worth bearing in mind if you're going to make this. You can either make the ties as suggested and just cut one and then turn a hem, but when it's tied up, I just didn't think that that would look very nice to see the raw side of the fabric, so that's what I did. There's a little hole inside for you to pass the tie through. So I constructed almost all of this dress on my overlocker. So on this side, you can see I just straight overlocked that seam, and on this side I overlocked both edges before I then stitched it together on my sewing machine, so that when I made the opening, and if you look from the front, you can see it's nice and neat then. So that hole is where you pass the side tie, and then, like I said, it wraps around your body. Really easy beginner's sew. So if you haven't made many dresses before, you're not going to have too many fit issues with this, because you can just tie it tighter or looser depending on how it fits you. And yeah, I would say it's quite a good little make. I don't think I'll make another one now. I've kind of exhausted this pattern. That's 2 I've made. I'm really happy with this dress, and I'm going to go and pop it on and show you what it looks like when I'm wearing it. Here we are. As soon as I put this dress on, it started hammering it down with rain outside. So there you go. That's just the British weather for you. It's supposed to be summer. So yeah, this is a crossover front wrap dress. They call it sort of a kimono style, I suppose, because of the grown on sleeve. This is the big sort of, it's almost like an obi belt. I think that's what you call it. Because it's really wide. So when I put this on, it takes a bit of arranging just to make it look just right. The V is a tad low, so what I might do is just wear it with a little vest top, just a strappy vest top underneath. And you're not going to be able to see much of it here, but I will put a twirl in of me wearing it. Let me stand up first so you can see. So it's got a quite straight skirt. It's just a relaxed style, but it looks smart at the same time. And I shall pop a twirl in now. So there we are, nice couple of makes. I'm really pleased with both of them. I think I've gone for quality rather than quantity this month. I have got one other thing to show you, which is not sewn related, but it's paper craft related. So I don't know whether, oh, a cat. Cat's just come in, I've just let her in. She's absolutely drowned like a rat, totally soaked through. So if you can hear jingle jangling, it's Jinx in the background. So yeah, the last thing I've made is this. And this was made on my Cricut machine. So if I bring it a bit closer, you can see all these beautiful flowers here are all made using card, and the leaves are all made with card. So I used a Cricut machine to cut those out, and then you have to roll them up and then use a hot glue gun. This heart was actually bought from The Range, which is a shop in the UK. It was only a couple of quid. And I just really fancied the idea of having like a summer wreath. So that's the other thing I've made in the month of May. Yeah, so I'm sorry there isn't more to talk about today. Thanks so much for joining me. I think I'm finding my sojo again. I'm planning probably this afternoon to have a really good sort out of my sewing desk and my fabric stash, because usually that will sort of relight the fire from making stuff, having a really good look through what you've got and getting re-inspired again. So that's my plans for this afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.